Hello! I just realized, for those of you who follow my Friday videos, I just realized that I didn't do it on Friday, and I'm so sad. I had my first big event on Saturday, and so Friday was very much, do I have everything? What are the details? What's the weather doing? Is Ember's bag packed? All of those things. So I'm very excited for this coming Friday because I'm going to talk about Lent and what I'm doing for Lenten season. So I apologize to those of you who normally watch my Friday videos, but this week's going to be good. So if you haven't heard, I'm pregnant. I think I'm 16 weeks. It's so crazy. Hey, Crystal, how second child, like first child, I knew weeks, I knew day, I knew how big my kid was. I know what fruit size my kid was, which doesn't make sense because kids aren't actually the size of a fruit, but that's neither here nor there. This time I'm like, I think we find out in 2 weeks. I don't know. Like, it's just funny how it's different with the second kid. So, I got my starter kit with Young Living the day I went into labor with Ember. So I did not use any oils or products my entire first pregnancy. And I have been so excited to do that this pregnancy, just to see if there was a difference. Now, I had a great pregnancy with Ember. I felt good. I never had, I had about 10 weeks of nausea. And then I never had any complications with her. I have a very long torso, so I didn't gain very much weight. I think I gained like 25 pounds maybe, which is pretty normal. I didn't really have any issues, so it wasn't like I expect this huge big difference. I'm just very excited to use natural products to support my body and see what it does differently. What I'm really excited for, and I'll be sharing as we get closer to actually delivering, is using oils along with labor to help with labor and to help with like anxiety and things like that, you know, when you're actually in the moment. So, but until then, I just wanted to talk about a few things of what I'm doing, especially with vitamins and nutrients, if you are pregnant or if you know somebody who is pregnant. One thing that I do every single day, regardless of pregnant or not, is take Ningxia Red. So if you don't know anything about Ningxia Red, I'll post a link to the website in the video comments because this stuff is amazing. And why this is even a thing, Gary traveled the world for like a really long time to find the best plants, oils, everything to help support people. And he was talking to the scientists in China who was like, you have to look into these wolfberries because the people in this region of China, which is why it's called Ningxia China, they had like little to no diabetes at all. They had a very healthy, long lifespan, along with world trends, their percentage of sickness and disease and everything is very, very low. Well, they would eat the wolfberries that were watered by the springs that come off the mountain. And so Gary realized, okay, I want to make that into something. So he created Ningxia Red, and it is oil infused and has tons of fruits and vegetables and vitamins and nutrients, and it's just amazing. So I take this every day. I take 1 ounce to 2 ounces depending on sickness going around and stuff. But one of the biggest things that has been tied to pregnancy with Ningxia Red is the health of the placenta. So if you know anything about pregnancy, that's how the baby is nourished. And so even on the sonogram, people have been able to tell, like nurses, obviously sonogram techs, have been able to tell a difference in the health of a placenta just by people who take Ningxia. Like super rich, it sounds kind of weird, but like the color actually when you deliver the baby is like a very, very rich dark color, meaning it is nutrient rich, meaning the baby is very, very healthy because of that. So I'm really excited. I, once again, didn't have issues, but my friend Christy spoke at my event the other day, and she had issues with her placenta when she had her first baby. And so this time around, or she's not pregnant, but next time around, she's really excited to see the difference from Ningxia. So I take that every day. I add oils to it based on what I need. If I need some help with digestion, or if there's a bunch of sickness going around to boost my immune system, I add those shots into my Ningxia, take it every day. Now, if I need extra energy, Ningxia Nitro. Once again, has the immunity boosting benefits and health, but it's like a healthy energy shot. So sometimes if I have work I need to get done during nap time, but I'd rather nap because I'm growing a person, I take a shot of Ningxia, or I'll mix them together, and I really like that. So I mentioned a while back that I had morning sickness. Yeah, so it lasted less time than it did with Ember this time around, but it was worse, like all day long, all the time. I never threw up or anything, but whew, and no one knew. So here I am at Christmas and around my family trying to pretend like I'm not pregnant and want to toss my cookies. So peppermint. All I did was carry it around with me. I didn't even diffuse it, honestly. I just would smell it, and it could make me feel better almost immediately, and it was the only thing that did. So I know some people use other oils, but this was big for me for nausea. So I would literally, like, I had it everywhere. Now it is a hot oil, so I am cautious about having it anywhere that Ember can grab the bottle, because if there's any on the outside, it can hurt your eyes. Just because it burns a little, like if you put a peppermint in your eye, it's probably not going to feel too good. So I was always cautious about where I had it, but I smelled this all the time, and it was amazing. As far as second pregnancy, I'm getting bigger faster. So I had no stretch marks the first pregnancy, and I would like that to remain the same this pregnancy. So what I have done, I made some body butter, and it is cocoa butter and coconut oil, which I'm actually going to remake it and melt this back down and add honey, or beeswax, not honey. Bees make honey. Beeswax into this because it makes it a little bit like a fluffier consistency, because this is pretty oily, which when Ember gets a hold of it, everything is oily. But I added lavender to it, and I add frankincense to it. So both of those help support skin health and help skin elasticity. So I noticed not very long ago that my stomach already started to itch a little bit, which is a sign of stretching. And once again, don't want stretch marks. So I just put this on my stomach, and I use it as lotion too, but this helps to prevent the stretch marks. And like I said, I add frankincense because that's great for skin health, and then lavender, which is great for skin moisturizing and for skin health too. If you have stretch marks from previous pregnancies, you can add those two in along with copaiba, and that helps to minimize the appearance of like scars and stretch marks. So super easy to make. You can also add those to lotion. I would highly recommend it be a pure lotion rather than one with chemicals in it. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about supplements and supplementation of what I am doing for that. And one of the things that the doctor said was that I needed a certain amount of folic acid, but the natural version of that is folate. And so two things that Young Living has that has enough folate in it is Master Formula and Super B. So Super B is a great supplement. It's a B vitamin that helps with energy. And it has, let me look, 400 mcg, I don't know the terminology, of folate in here. So I take 2 of these a day. And then the Master Formula, it is a multivitamin. So it's really Young Living's only multivitamin other than like the kids' vitamins. But it has, I know it's backwards, but if you look on the website, it's got a crap ton of stuff in here. And once again, it has 350 mcgs of folate, along with more vitamins, magnesium, zinc, iron, everything that you might lack during pregnancy has vitamin C, potassium, all the good stuff. I take both of these every day. Now the Master Formula is a little bit more expensive, so definitely don't think of this as being comparable to like a over-the-counter prenatal. And then Super C, this one, C vitamin, especially with colds and flus going around. I take that every day. It's a chewable. And then the last thing I do, I have preclinical hypothyroidism. And so my thyroid can function a little slow, which until you're trying to make a human is not a big deal. So I have been supporting my thyroid naturally between pregnancies with Thyromin. But I did blood work and was just a little bit on the low side, so I did go back on my prescription for my thyroid because the baby works on my thyroid. But I still take this one too, and my prescription amount is less than it was for my first pregnancy, so I feel pretty good about that too. But that's kind of my daily vitamin regimen, I guess you could say. Some people also add in multigreens, which is another vitamin, but the master formula for me works great, and I haven't had any energy issues. Last thing, when your ligaments and your body starts to hurt, if you are getting a lot bigger, into second trimester, third trimester, Panaway and Cool Azul pain cream are amazing for when your ligaments start to stretch and your hips can sometimes hurt, or if you have a toddler you have to carry all the time. Great for your back, great for your hips and your growing body. So that's kind of what I am doing. I'm sure I will have more to add once I get further along in my pregnancy. I'm in my second trimester and head to my third, I think in May or June. Once again, second child, I have no idea when all these things happen. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I would love to answer them. So you're welcome, Elizabeth. Have a good day.